This is the kind of town you would describe as people know each other here.
It's a rural town just a short drive from the Florida-Georgia border. The last census shows a population of less than 7,000, but Police Captain Jason Roundtree says the number of cars that pass through each day can swell to 5 times that number.
Live Oak is situated at a crossroads between 2 U.S. highways, US 129 and US 90, crossing the center of downtown. We also are sandwiched between a crossroads of I-75 and I-10.
That's how the couple ended up there last July.
Driving up and my transmission burnt up an hour and a half up the road.
In an interview 1 week after she vanished, Eddie told us the story of what he says happened. While waiting for the car to be fixed, they had spent several nights camping out. But after a few days,
we said, let's just get a hotel room tonight.
Kelley and Eddie checked into a room like this one, room 70 at the Sunshine Inn, a low-cost motel off one of the main arteries into town, and quickly began to argue.
She was crying, she was miserable, she was drunk. I didn't comfort her or anything. I just took her keys off her waist. And I just said, you can't drive right now, all right?
Eddie admits to locking Kelley outside.
I just went back in the room, stupidly. I went back in the room.
Screenshots of the texts they exchanged that night show the argument went on for hours. Kelley threatening to leave.
She's texting me and calling me, and I'm answering and hanging up because it's just mean stuff. She's getting drunker and drunker. I'm just trying to sleep.
This surveillance video shows one of the last known times Kelley was seen walking through the parking lot of the Sunshine Inn, just a few hours before a final voicemail from her.
You know,
It ended like this.
oh, I'm gonna get a car now.
Those words 10 months ago, detectives say the last known from her.
That is essentially what we believe to be the last contact that Kelley physically had with anybody that we know of or have evidence.
Captain Roundtree is the lead investigator on the case and says several people at the motel reported seeing Kelley around that time walking away from it along the highway toward downtown, her guitar slung over her shoulder, her purse, ID, and credit cards left behind. There are unverified reports that Kelley's cell phone last synced with Google about an hour after that voicemail was sent in this area, the heart of downtown and roughly only a mile from the Sunshine Inn. But since then, there has been no activity. The couple has a rocky past with domestic violence issues in Gainesville documented by court records, police reports, and 911 calls.
She's saying, please calm down, Eddie.
It was very toxic, and it just became more and more concerning for me and for a lot of her friends.
Despite their sordid past, Eddie maintains he had nothing to do with her disappearance.
Did you do anything to harm her?
Absolutely not.
He says he woke up around 9:30 the next day, checked out of the hotel, and started looking for Kelley, spending the next few days doing just that.
I'm looking around town, asking everybody. Nobody's seen her. Nobody has a clue.
Eddie even drove back to Gainesville searching for her before driving home to his parents' house in Massachusetts in Kelley's car.
Eddie Emerson is a person of interest in the case.
Captain Roundtree says because of their relationship and their past, Eddie is being looked at, but he's been cooperative, undergoing an estimated 13 hours of police interviews and posting most of the missing flyers that are now fading around town. And detectives say there are several other people in Live Oak who are under suspicion. Live Oak PD has been involved in more than 15 organized ground searches using cadaver dogs and drones, while another team of investigators has also been working the case.
You guys have made touch points on most of these locations?
Yes.
A pair of former law enforcement officers turned licensed private eyes hired by Kelley's friends, inviting us inside their war room at their Gainesville headquarters.
Somebody in Live Oak knows what happened to Kelley.
Telling me they looked into Eddie's past, retraced the couple's steps leading up to her disappearance, and tracked down several alleged sightings of Kelley in South Georgia in the months after she vanished.
It wasn't her.
They believe the key to what happened lies in the details of what the couple did in the days leading up to July 15th.
I don't believe it was somebody that just jumped off of I-10 and came down 129 into Live Oak and scooped Kelley up. I believe she ran across somebody that she knew or was familiar with.
While the couple waited for Eddie's car to be fixed, they made the rounds around town, visiting this restaurant, getting the vehicle fixed at this auto shop, just around the corner from that last late-night phone ping. And there are, of course, several other people who had been staying at the Sunshine Inn that night.
And that makes the case difficult.
As time drags on, friends of Kelley have seen hope halt. initially thinking she might just be blowing off steam,
Something happened, and somebody knows something.
now fearing the worst.